Hey there guys and gals, Melodic Symphony here, and this is going to be the playthrough of Anne to Max. This is going to be a very interesting adventure because we'll be going back and forth between the two to see how their weeks differed in a comparative sense. So it's going to be pretty neat.
College, a glorious new world filled to the brim with opportunities for education, community service, and, well, networking. Oh, and absolutely soul-shakingly terrifying. The population of my hometown is around 5,000, and until now, the farthest I've been from home is, 10 miles. That was to stay with my grandparents for a while, while our house is being fumigated. I have a hard time looking strangers in the eye, let alone talking to them. You may wonder why a shy small-town girl like me is doing, Liberty University? The third largest school in the state? I'm starting to wonder that myself. I thought I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, but this might be too much. As I walk down the street, I feel like everyone is staring at me. Okay, deep breaths, relax. Smile naturally when you make eye contact. It's only a short distance to the place I'll be staying at for the rest of the year. I'm living in a house on campus. It's a little more expensive, but most of my tuition is covered through scholarships anyways, and dorm living sounds loud and chaotic, the opposite of what I want. I think it'll be worth the investment.
Hey, are you Anne?
A cute, well-dressed young man stands out the door of my house, holding a bundle of papers in his hand. This must be my RA. Okay, deep breaths. Yes.
My name is Dominic. I'm the RA for Latin House.
Hi, I'm Anne.
Come on in and have a seat. I'll start the orientation in a few minutes.
Thank you.
I'm trying not to think... Oh god. I'm so used to the Max one.
I'm trying not to think about how often I'm looking at the floor. Just another thing to work on this year. I'm about to step inside when, wham! I'm knocked to the ground by someone barreling past me.
Whoops! Sorry!
She keeps running into the house.
Hey, Isabella, I can't believe she just...
He gives me a look... He gives me a look of concern and just holds out his hand.
I'm so sorry. That was incredibly rude of her. Are you alright? Can you stand?
I think so. I take his hand and try to stand up. I didn't twist my ankle, but that still kind of hurt. I'm having a hard time thinking of anything that would have justified running that fast, let alone not having time to stop and apologize. Is everyone in this house like this?
Oh, not at all. He hesitates. Well, everyone has their eccentricities, but they're not all like Isabella, I swear. I would have quit this gig ages ago if they were. He gives me a reassuring
He gives me a reassuring smile.
I want to make sure everyone here has a good living experience, so if anything's bothering you, just come talk to me.
Thank you, again. I'm glad there's at least one person here I can talk to. Dominic seems very kind. Finally, I enter the Latin house I'll be calling, home for the next year. The first floor is huge, and I can immediately see an oversized couch facing a nice big screen TV. There's also some kind of breakfast nook with a big table, and an area with several bookshelves surrounding a bunch of comfortable looking chairs. I sit on the couch and take out my purse. I love books of all flavors. At the moment, I've got a rather promising fantasy novel to start. Before I can get too far into the story, though, Dominic comes back, a young man with spiked hair swaggering in after him. Tall, handsome, bad boy vibe. The kind of boy my parents always wanted me to stay away from. Especially, despite not actually having someone like him within a 70-mile radius. Even when they're standing next to each other, he and Dominic seem like they're from parallel worlds.
Sup, I'm Max.
And just as I thought, it's hard to look him in the eye. At least I maintained eye contact for a moment.
Hey, no need to be so shy. Anyone sitting here? Ahem. Why don't you take a seat over there?
Dominic points to the opposite end of the couch.
What, I can't sit next to her? It's better that you both have some space. Bull, you just want to have her to yourself.
And Dominic slams a packet of papers in front of Max with a surprising amount of force.
Here are the house rules.
He walks over to me and hands me a packet as well, more delicately. I guess Max just irritates him.
Let's go over them together. And would you like to start?
Oh, okay. There shall be no consumption, storage, or sale of alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs in the housing area, nor shall any underage person be in the housing area while under the influence of the aforementioned substances. Students found in violation of this regulation are subject to dismissal from the housing area and remittance on unused rent under the terms of the contract. Well, I'd never touched a drop of liquor in my life, and I shouldn't have to worry about this rule. 2. There shall be no pets housed in or around the building. That's too bad. A hamster might have been nice. Oh well. I should probably concentrate on school anyways.
Okay, I'll go next. The sidewalk, entries, and stairwells of this building shall not be obstructed or used for any other purpose than for entering and exiting the respective areas of the house. No student shall interfere in any manner with any portion of the heating and lighting apparatus or fire protection equipment in or about the housing area. There will be no flammable materials or explosives stored in or about the housing area.
Blatantly causing fire hazards? They only put in rules after someone's done something dumb. Oh, I'm having, second thoughts about this place.
Now, Max. Now, Max, what?
Read the next two.
Read the next two what?
Read the next two rules, please.
Well, since he asked so nicely.
Students shall not play musical equipment or instruments at such hours and at such volume as to disturb the other students in the dormitories. Well, that's good. I hate when my sleep schedule gets interrupted.
There will be no firearms or weapons permitted in or about the housing area. It is vital to Dominic that his iron-fisted rule over the populace of this household be lasting and eternal, such that any rebellion can be crushed within a moment's notice. Ha. Very funny. Read it properly. Hey man, I'm just reading what's on the paper.
I read rule number 6, and oh wow, that's actually kind of amusing.
I'll be right back. Isabella?
Dominic drops everything and tears up the stairs with the speed of an angry bull. Isabella, as in the Isabella that bumped into me earlier? She may have been rude, but I can't help but admire the sheer audacity that it must have taken to edit the rule sheet right under Dominic's nose. I wish I could be half as fearless as that. Dominic left so fast that he dropped our keys. Max stands up and tosses me mine, and I just managed to catch it.
Well, I'm going to bring in my gear and then tour the rest of this place. You coming?
Well, I did want to be more social. At the same time, I have no idea why he'd want me to come along when we're complete strangers. Why me?
I just think it'd be easier if I introduced you to everyone. You seem kind of shy.
Really?
What? I'm a nice guy. Okay.
I can't help but laugh, though I immediately feel bad about it. Luckily, Max is grinning, so I don't think I really hurt his feelings. Okay, I'll choose to believe you.
Huh?
I mean, I'll come with you. He shoots me a gratified grin.
That's the spirit. Come meet me in my room once you're done unpacking, alright?
Alright. I bring my luggage up to my room. I had no idea what to pack for a year away from home, so I brought as much as I could. All of my clothes, old notebooks, old scrapbooks, a microwave, my favorite tea mug, my favorite tea strainer, an ironing board, my sewing machine, my sewing kit, my bin of yarn, my knitting needles, the pillow I made in 6th grade, the needlepoint I made in 7th grade, pictures of my grandparents, parents, and extended family, my laptop, my cell phone, chargers for my laptop and cell phone, and, well, my 50 favorite books. Max saunters into my room, and I must have taken longer to unpack than I thought.
Wow, restraint's really not your thing, is it?
I suppose I may have overdone it a little bit.
That's fine. If one of those hoarding shows comes by, I'll know which room to send them to.
Hey, it's not that bad.
Kidding. You ready?
Sure, let's go. There's a sweet smell and some soft ambient music coming from the room next to mine. I wonder who lives here. I knock lightly on the door, and there's no response.
Come on, give it a little bit more force.
But
Look, we don't have all day. You can blame me if they get pissed.
well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I take a deep breath and, give the door a louder knock. Hello? A pretty blonde girl peeks out from behind the door. What is this, the sanctuary house for intensely attractive people? If so, what am I doing here? I'm beginning to feel somewhat insecure about my appearance, to say the least. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Was I disturbing you?
My grand's music's louder than that. No offense. The name's Max. I just moved in today.
This here's Anne. Nice to meet you. Oh, you must be my new neighbors. I was wondering if anyone was living in those empty rooms. I'm Sally. I just moved in this past Friday. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you. Is that incense? Oh, this is just for meditation purposes. The energy here is so hectic that I feel like there needs to be some sort of tranquility to balance it all out.
Energy?
Energy? Energy! Things like auras, the spiritual forces connecting everything in this world. Why, if there's too much of one kind of energy, then... Rakesh, get in here! Sally winces. Everything ripples outwards from there. I'm going to keep meditating. You're welcome to join me if you like. No thank you. Maybe some other time. Sitting in a smoke-filled room with a complete stranger, even one who seems perfectly nice, is still far outside my comfort zone. Okay, I'll see you at dinner. She waves cheerfully before shutting the door. Max shrugs as the door closes, and he looks towards the yelling noise and shrugs again. He gestures for me to take the lead. A few steps later, I turn my head and he's nowhere to be seen. Well, I've come too close now. I can hear them loudly talking anyways. It sounds like this will be interesting. I walk further down the hall, following the sound of Isabella's outrage.
Sorry, my voice is just not staying consistent right now. I'm gonna get a drink real quick and I'll be right back. There we go.
I walk further down the hall, following the sound of Isabella's outrage. The door to what I can only assume is her room is half open. I go inside to see what the commotion's about. Isabella is glaring at a young man who's acting like he's made some very regrettable decisions. I hope the two of them don't fight. I've barely been here for an hour. I'd hate to find out I've made a terrible mistake in living arrangements. Maybe it's not too late to get reassigned. Yet another good looker, though. He looks as though he came straight off the cover of a romance novel. I can't believe you painted all over my dance pole. Or he's an exotic dancer and this house is secretly a strip club. What have I gotten myself into? I'm sorry. Do you not like the colors? It has nothing to do with the colors. I can't exercise with all this fresh paint on here.
But it looks more vibrant, yes?
No! Well, maybe a little, but I'm still mad, because you should have asked before you went off and used my things in your art project. You wouldn't want me to take all your paintbrushes and tape them together to make a dance pole, would you? The guy thinks for a moment and then just shakes his head. I would not mind if you did that at all. And there's the problem. There's such thing as private property.
What's all this about?
Rakesh messed with my exercise pole.
So I see. And?
You're the RA. Why don't you talk to him about it?
Oh, I'd love to, Isabella. But I'm afraid that over-regulating things here would make me too much of an iron-fisted dictator.
Seriously?
I'm always serious. How else would I crush rebellions?
Whatever.
I'm going to take a shower. Don't let the karma hit you on the way out. He spots me out of the corner of his eye. Oh God, I'm so sorry. He spots me out of the corner of his eye. I'm going to be so inconsistent. Since I'm going to be doing both playthroughs at once, it's going to be so hard to remain consistent with the out of context thought process. Oh, Anne. I'm sorry about earlier. I shouldn't have left halfway through orientation. Did you find your way around okay?
Oh, definitely. Please don't worry about it.
Let me know if you need any help unpacking. I'd like to make it up to you somehow.
I don't, but do you know where I could donate some things? I brought way too much.
Of course. I know there are some clothes and book swaps on campus. I just have to look up where they are. Dominic spends the next...
Dominic spends the next hour looking up dates, locations, and directions for various swap events, along with directions to the nearest thrift stores in town. I've never had a guy go so out of his way for me, though I'm sure it's just him doing his job as an RA. As I walk out of Dominic's room with a stack of helpful papers in my arms, I see the pole painting boy come out of Isabella's room, covered in a considerably more paint smearage than before. Did he spend all of that time cleaning up? Hi. Well, at least I was louder this time, if not by much. He turns to me and presses his hands together in what I can only assume is a respectful gesture. Namaste. You are new, yes? Yes, my name is Anne. I am Rakesh. It is good to meet you, Anne. Thank you. Do you always... Well, I have no idea how to phrase it tactfully. Rakesh tilts his head, of course. Greet roommates? Have paint on? Oh, no. I do not paint other people's belongings. Most of the time. Most of the time? Have you ever had an idea so strong it takes over your thoughts? When I am inspired like that, everything is a canvas. I see. I may have to invest in a lock for my door. I am trying to figure out how to tactfully ask Rakesh to leave my things alone when my stomach growls. I try not to let it show, but suddenly I'm very aware of the smell of food coming from the kitchen. Ah, it is time for dinner. Who's cooking? Usually it is me, but today it is Sally's turn. He doesn't look particularly happy about it. Is she a bad chef? No, very good. She is just... She does not cook with any meat or milk products, not even butter. Vegan? Yes, vegan. Back home, there was no such thing as vegan, let alone vegetarian. Meat, potatoes, convenience store food, maybe some Chinese takeout if we wanted to be particularly fancy. I wonder what a vegan meal looks like. I walk back downstairs and into the kitchen. Sally looks up from her frying pan and gives a cheerful wave. It looks like she's cooking some kind of patty. Oh, hello again. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes. Oh, okay. What are you making? Oh, nothing too fancy. I know most of the people here are omnivores, so I'm making some good old-fashioned burgers and hot dogs. Burgers and hot dogs? But wouldn't those have their veggie burgers and soy dogs? Oh. They look and taste just like the real thing. You won't even be able to tell the difference. She flashes me a smile so bright that I couldn't possibly doubt her sincerity. I suppose I'll take your word for it. Is there anything I can do to help? Oh no, I'm all covered here. You just have a seat and don't worry about a thing. Oh, okay. I go over to the common room dining table and take a seat. Over on the couch, Dominic seems to be giving Rakesh a half-hearted lecture on property rights. Rakesh smiles and nods, but I get the feeling it's not going to stick. I don't see Max yet, but I do hear what sounds like an electric guitar riff from upstairs. And a crash. What was that? Hey, is dinner ready yet? Isabella comes down the stairs fresh from the shower, and by which I mean she's wearing nothing but a towel. You
Get dressed before coming down here. Oh, is little Dominic getting all hot and bothered? At least the guy upstairs appreciated the view. She looks over to me. And this girl too. Aren't you the one I bumped into earlier? Oh God, why am I blushing? Enough. Isabella, put some clothes on. It's a towel. I'm breaking neither house rules nor public decency laws. Face it, honey. In a war of escalation, I always win. We'll see about. Dinner is served. Sally bustles out carrying so many platters. It's a wonder she hasn't fallen over. Burgers and hot dogs here, buns here, sweet potato fries and condiments over here. Enjoy. Ooh-wee, I'm starved. Max comes downstairs, limping a little bit. Are you okay? Oh yeah, I'm fine. I just dropped my guitar. No biggie. He winks at Isabella. Maybe I just shouldn't ask. And then we all dig in. The texture is interesting. But once you get past that, the taste is okay. Not something I'd go out of my way to eat, but okay. I'm gonna order a pizza. I reluctantly agree. You big babies. You've barely had a bite each. Oh yeah? If you like it so much, how come your plate's nothing but fries? I'll have some later. I'm just bracing myself. Rakesh just pushes his plate aside. Thank you for the meal. I am full. I don't think this is that bad. No, they're right. I must not have gotten a good brand. I'll just have to do better next time. She claps her hands together. Dominic, make that 3 pizzas. 1 with no cheese. It'll be my treat this time. And so it came to pass that my first meal on campus was delivery. Almost everyone in this house is incredibly lively, even Sally despite her whole meditation thing. But even in the midst of all these strong personalities, I don't feel uncomfortable. Maybe this will work out for the best. For the longest time that I can remember, I've had this recurring dream where I hit an alarm clock over and over again until it stops. Why isn't it? Oh, there it is. The strangest thing about it is, it always happens just before I have to get up. I bolt upright and look to my left. Oh no! 10:28? I have 2 minutes to get to class! I flit around my room in a frenzy. Socks, where are my socks? There's my book bag, but where's my notebooks? Are they under the yarn? Wait, no. I put them under the bed because there wasn't enough space. I finally find everything I need to put on a nice jacket and race downstairs. I've never done well without breakfast, but can I afford to waste time on toast? I should really get... I spot someone standing stock still in front of one of the common room walls. Is that Rakesh? I suppose he must not have any morning classes. Rakesh's normally sleepy gaze has sharpened, laser-like, onto some point on the wall. It's a little intimidating. I haven't seen anyone with such a preternatural focus since my uncle's last hunting trip. Are you... Shh! He just frowns. Anne, look at that wall and tell me what is missing. Rakesh, it's just a blank wall. Decoration? Life! There is no movement, no beautiful play of color, not even the cobwebs of a lonely spider. Only starkness. It begs me to hatch its potential. But how? I'm sure this is all very fascinating, but I need to go. I start for the door. Wait! I have it! Anne, we must find a hacksaw. We will carve love. If I can not stutter. We will carve loveliness into this barren tundra. Please, I have to get to... Wait, are you suggesting that we saw through the wall? Rakesh pauses and then gives a decisive nod. Yes. It is the only way.
Oh my god. This is what he meant by, getting taken over by inspiration. I didn't think it was this bad. I am so late. I shouldn't miss my first class, but what if he really does go through with it? I really don't want to make a bad impression on my English professor or the first day. And even if Rakesh did find a hacksaw, I doubt he would go through with it. Or I hope he wouldn't go through with it. No, don't overthink. Sorry, I can't help you out. I flee before Rakesh ropes me into his crazy scheme. And to think I saw him as one of those more reasonable people around here. Finally, lunchtime. The syllabi were straightforward enough. Luckily, the homework assignments won't be nearly as frequent as in high school, and they only make up a small portion of our grade compared to the exams and final papers.
That is absolutely true. I think I've mentioned this every time I've came through it. But in high school, you had homework every fucking day, even if it was like just tedious, busy work. In college, the work you do is only the work you need. Your homework is essentially what you cover. Like when I was in a music theory class, we had homework twice a week. We had a dictation style homework, and then we had an actual like writing assignment style homework. And it was amazing because the work was tough. Don't get me wrong, the work was absolutely difficult. But the fact that we only had one of them a week made it a lot easier. Plus, we had access to the work for like weeks in advance, so we could technically start on it beforehand. The problem is we wouldn't know the knowledge because we covered the knowledge that week. So it's a combination of that entire week, you're trying to do the homework along with the class, and you don't even know all the information until the last day of the class, which would be Thursday. Oh, it's crazy. Sorry, that aside.
College allows for a lot more free time than high school, all in all. Unfortunately, my scholarships aren't going to cover much more than school, books, and board. If I want to be anything other than a crazy hermit, I think it's in my best interest to find a job. I think I'll check out my options after I get something to eat. I decided to grab a bite at the cafe on campus. I didn't pay for a meal plan, so there's probably no point in going to the cafeteria when the cafe food's probably better. Hey, welcome to Lingua Franca. Oh, hey, this is interesting. If it isn't the cutie I bumped into earlier. We do have a habit of running into each other, huh? Cutie?
Oh my god, you're adorable. I could have a lot of fun corrupting you. I'm just kidding. You're so fun to tease. Anne, right?
Yes.
You look hungry. How would you like a meatball sub?
That sounds good.
All right, then. One meatball sub coming right up.
Thanks. How much?
Anne. What kind of housemate would I be to make you pay for lunch on your first day of school? Yeah, bullshit! Bullshit! You made max pay $6.45! Bullshit! What?
You can have it gratis.
Just don't tell my manager, okay?
No, thank you.
Isabella winks at me and goes back behind the counter to assemble my sandwich.
She's much nicer than first impressions led me to believe. I wouldn't mind working here with her.
Here you go, hon.
The meatball sub is perfectly wrapped. I suppose she's been working here for a while. Excuse me. Do you, would you happen to know where I'd be able to find work?
Work? Well, there are all kinds of jobs available on campus. Heck, I started at the cafeteria my freshman year. I mean, it's one of the worst jobs on campus. High pressure, fast paced, and heck, the people are crazy. The only good thing about it is that even a monkey could do it. Most of the jobs open to freshmen are like that, though. If you want to get in on something worth your while, you need to show your skill or they won't even look at you twice. For instance, this job. You think all you need to do is look good in uniform, but people come in here with crazy orders all the time. You need to be spontaneous enough to adapt to the customer. Like if they want marinara sauce on their meatball sub and we don't have it, fast talk them into settling for ketchup. That kind of thing. I think most of the jobs on campus and in town get posted online. You can look them up with the qualifications too.
Well, all right. How do I get qualifications? Well, you want it fast and dirty or slow and steady? Both. I'd like to know my options, I guess. Okay. Now, you'll probably be spending most of your time during the day at classes learning, and since How to Be a Better Short Order Chef hasn't been a class since the school was a technical college, you're gonna have to look for things to do. Just working a job is gonna make you better at working that sort of thing, so working at the bookstore will get you more organized, for example. It's slower, but you'll make money while you do it. That said, if you check the local blog site, you can find all kinds of things to do outside the school. Since you're my roommate, if you ask nice, I may clue you in on some things to do around town as well. Pretty please? Well, since you asked so nicely, there's a club downtown with a pretty decent low cover charge, and the rock climbing facility is great for the active climber, if you'd like to try that. It's pretty fun, and they're relatively cheap, too. Not only can you have some good fun, but if you pay attention, you'll pick up some good tips on how to do better at jobs. It's faster, but it also tends to cost money. And once you get skilled enough, you can start applying for some of the advanced jobs. Thank you, Isabella. Hey, don't worry about it. Come back anytime, little Anne. I'll be happy to show you the ropes. Time to set up another schedule! I'm back. Okay, so this is an awkward schedule because I can have something for literally every day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I can have go to yoga classes, which are the reflective one. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, I can have see a play, which is the creative one. So it was very hard. Plus, every day I can do a different job. This is one of the ones that makes it super complicated because I have to choose. So I think for a while I'll run this schedule to see where my energy and money stands at. In fact, I don't need to really worry about money all that much. So I can probably do this for a while to get more creative because Max is dominantly creative, recessively reflective. So that may be what I need to do. This schedule is absolutely crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each one of these gives plus 5 energy. Each night, I think, gives you 5 energy, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I have no idea if this is enough. That should be fine. I'm not worried. You need enough lilac to make journals for your whole sorority house? We can do that, absolutely. Knowledge assimilation 100% complete. Please insert new book. I like reading some of these sometimes because they're kind of interesting. It's nice to be back home. It's been a long week and I'm exhausted. I just want to curl up in bed and read a good book for a while. I'm thinking about my room when I see Isabella on the porch talking to Max. Seriously, this party's gonna be great. You gotta come out. She sees me walking up and waves excitedly. You too, Anne. This is the first really big party of the quarter. It's gonna be so much fun. Everyone will be there. And I don't know if I'm up to an actual party. Just getting used to the house has been taxing enough, and I really am pretty tired. Who's coming and where is it? Max and I for sure. I doubt anyone else will come out. You gotta come out, Anne. It's just the thing for you. You need to blossom, girl. Isn't that right, Max? It's gonna be loud and crazy. Perfect place to let go and have a good time, you know? Exactly. Isabella and Max start mock dancing with each other in front of me. I guess, trying to show me what they'll be doing. I guess it could be fun. I don't know. I'm pretty tired. Let me think about it, okay? All right, but get a move on. We won't wait all night, hun. Isabella winks at me as I pass by. I head past the other two and up to my room to unload my books. I'm almost 100% sure. In the last one with Max, it said that I could do either this one or Sunday. But on this one, it just says week 1 Saturday. So it doesn't give me the option of both. I'm genuinely curious how Max's playthrough with Anne would allow me to do either, but Anne has to be Saturday. Very strange. had no idea the party was going to have so many people. I'm starting to get lightheaded. Maybe it's not too late to go back to my room. No, I've got to be strong. I came here to get away from my fears. I'm never going to get anywhere if I just keep shying away from other people. And besides, she's got a hold of my arm. That girl's got a grip like a steel trap. I'm not going to say I'm being dragged into the house, but we are entering it perhaps faster than I would have liked. Okay, first things first, where's the keg? Keg? Oh, yeah. Gotta get this party started. Got it. I'll be right back. You guys, should you really be drinking? What is this you guys bullcrap? He's getting beer for all of us. Wait, what? Come on, Anne. This is just what you need. Alcohol is, well, it's the great inhibition breaker. Inhibition? Is that the word you should be using? Whatever. Alcohol is the great inhibition breaker. And there are tons of cool people at this party for you to meet. I don't know, Isabella. Can't I just wait here? You'll never get anywhere just being a wallflower, girly. Here, take this one. One for you too, sexy. Isabella takes hers immediately, taking a huge swig from her plastic cup. I can't have her aplomb. Aplomb? I need to look that up. BRB. Oh, okay. I can't have her aplomb. Aplomb is being in the sense of self-confidence or assurance. Basically, they're super confident. So Anne's saying, I can't have her aplomb, but I still take the preferred cup. Go on, hun. Bottoms up. Isabella's winking at me, and I suppose there's nothing else for it. It's the first time I've had beer, and when I open my eyes, only half the cup is gone. There you go, cutie. Way to go. Now let's hit the dance floor. Yeah. I could feel my cheeks reddening as they grab my hands and we just start to head to the dance floor. Already, shouldn't we, check out the scene first? No better place to see the dance floor than from the dance floor. As we make it to where the other students are dancing, the crowd starts pressing in on us. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's also a bit exciting. The other two let go of my hands and start dancing. Isabella looks at me with an appraising look, and I don't think I'm up to dancing yet. Max, grab us a refill, will you, hot stuff? Anything for you, babe. Max grabs my half-empty cup and heads off back to the keg. Isabella takes both of my hands in hers. Okay, Anne. Now's your chance. Go after him. What do you mean? Come on. Go grab yourself a cup of courage and go talk to Max. He's pretty cute and you live with him, so he's not going to be mean to you. He's great practice for talking to guys. I don't know, Isabella. I mean, I guess he's handsome, but I don't think I'm ready for that. Oh, please. That's what the beer's for. Go on. Isabella's right. Now's the perfect time. He may not be the perfect guy, but it can't hurt practice, right? I hurry after Max, but he makes his way through the crowd much faster than me. I finally catch him as he's refilling our cups. Oh, hey, Anne. What's up? He offers me my newly filled cup, and I take a swift drink of it. Time to get my courage up. Well, I thought it wasn't fair that you had to wait in a line all alone, but I guess I got here too late anyways. Don't worry about it. Thanks for keeping me company, anyway. Where'd you leave Isabella? I'm not sure where she's at now. I scan the crowd, wondering if Isabella really did disappear. Max looks for her too, holding the other two cups. I don't think I'm ready to, talk up Max yet. I drink the rest of my beer in one long swig, grabbing another cup for Max and taking a sip. If this stuff is supposed to get my courage up, I'm going to need it quick. Have a taste for it, huh? Or are you an old hand at it? Oh no, this is my first time with beer, actually. Really? With any alcohol? You should probably watch it then. You don't want to go overboard. I take another swig before answering. My head is starting to feel a little light, but I've stopped blushing, and I'm not stammering as much. It must be working. You must be an old hand at this, then. Well, I've had my fair share of booze anyways. Dad never really minded, and nothing fuels a bunch of punk rockers better. Is that what you do? Play in a band? Oh, hell yeah it is. We've got a great sound, and we're prepped to take this place by storm. And you play punk music? We used to.
We settled into a better pop sound these days. Finally got around to learning how to play our instruments.
So pop like guitars and such.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is that you?
Nah, I play lead guitar and do the singing.
Well, that's pretty cool. How do you get up on stage in front of people?
Oh, that's the easy part. I was born for the stage, you know?
I'm feeling kind of giggly. Or maybe Max is just, pretty funny. I go to take another swig from my beer only to find it empty. Not sure when that happened. So, what kind of classes are you taking? Music theory and stuff, right?
What? Hell no. Like I said, I already know how to play my instrument.
Really? I mean, there's so much to learn about the structure and texture and things, I think you'd be interested in that, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I like to learn about playing music, but I don't think there's any of these, there's anything these stuffed shirts can teach me, Some things you gotta learn on your own. You gotta just jump and see what gets you flying on the way down. You know what I mean?
Well, not really. That was kind of a mixed metaphor. We both start laughing at that, and I gotta admit, he's pretty cute when he laughs.
Well, it's clear you're the smart one here. Obviously, that means you need more beer.
We make our way through the line, which is pretty thin now as people are busy dancing. I still can't make out Isabella, but I've stopped really looking for her.
So, what do you know about this music theory?
Oh, not much, really. I've read a couple of books about it here and there.
I get the feeling you've read a lot of books.
Yeah. I kind of read a lot on a bunch of different things.
So then, what are you here for? Like, I take it you're actually interested in classes, so which ones do you like?
Oh, I'm kind of, studying a lot of things right now. I have time before I have to declare anything, and I did, kind of think it would be nice to be a librarian, I really do like books a lot.
Well, I suppose someone's got to do it. Maybe you can come catch one of my shows sometime when you're ready for some fun,
We're just standing by the keg now, so when I hand Max my empty cup, he pumps it full and hands it back to me. A big group of guys comes over, and we move off a bit so we can keep talking. Hey, there's plenty of fun to be had in the library. Every book is a different journey. Max is laughing at me. Maybe that was a little louder than I'd intended, but I'm not really sure how many of these cups I've had at this point.
If you say so, Anne. I guess I just prefer the real thing, yeah? There's a big world to see out there. You can't see the forest if you've got your nose in dead trees.
You're really awful at metaphors, you know that?
Hey, that crap was profound.
Sure it was.
Oh, shut up.
You're pretty nice, Max.
Yeah, I know. I'm a pretty cool guy. You're pretty cool yourself,
No, I'm not. That's why I really came out here, I gotta bust out of my shell. I'm gonna bust out.
Yeah, you show 'em, girl. We're gonna bust out.
People are staring at us now, and I don't even care. Well, okay, maybe I care a little. I start blushing pretty bad.
You're cute when you blush.
I take it back. You're not nice at all.
Too late. You think I'm nice. You're wrong. But it's still too late.
I playfully punch him in the arm and we laugh. Somebody turned on the room spinner because it's been spinning around for the last couple of minutes. Max puts an arm over my shoulder as he finishes off his own cup of beer. And just as I think I'm about to ask for another cup, that's when I feel the bottom of my stomach drop out.
What do you say we hit the dance floor? Think you up for it?
Actually, excuse me. I get outside as quick as I can, and I can't believe I just had to run away from him like that. I find the nearest bush and lean over it.
Anne, where'd you go? Anne, are you... Oh.
Anne, what are you doing out...
Oh. Well, looks like it's time to call it a night.
Yep, that's our sign.
Hey, where you going, babe?
Sorry, Chad. Time for me to get going. I'll call you, okay? I pull my head out of the bush to see Max and Isabella grinning at me. There's a large boy in a football uniform looking at me. Kind of angry, but... kind of grossed out. Isabella gives him a peck on the cheek before coming over to offer me a hand up. Max comes to my other side, and I stand up between the two. I lean on Max's shoulder as we start to walk away.
It looks like you had some fun, hun.
Thanks, Isabella, I think.
Come on, let's get you in bed before you hurl again.
We'll get some water in you. It's a little slow going, but the three of us make our way back to the Latin house without any further incident. Whew, it's gonna be a nice morning. The sun is up and the birds are singing. Looks like I'm not the only one awake either. Dominic, Sally, and even Rakesh are here, all in jogging clothes. Doing stretches. Good morning. What's going on? Oh, hey! We were just about to head out. We like to go jogging together on the weekends. We usually hit the gardens, and they're just lovely this time of year. Do you want to come with us? It's a great workout, and the scenery is gorgeous.
You should come along, Anne. Nothing like a hearty run to get your pulse up. And staying fit is important for a good student.
It's true. Plus, it's a good way to learn your way around. At the very least, to the gardens. Oh, well, I'd really like to, but,
Did those two hooligans get you drunk last night?
Well, I wouldn't quite say that, but I'm not really at my best right now.
Take it as a lesson, Anne. It's a kind of feeling you can be used to waking up with when you hang around with those two.
Oh, lay off, Dominic. It's fine to go to a party every once in a while. We understand, Anne. You get some rest, okay? Sally shoots me a beaming smile, while Dominic gives me a stern but concerned nod. Then the lot of them head outside. A moment later, Dominic and Sally run off. Rakesh starts doing something very much like running, well, more like walking kind of quickly. Hopefully he doesn't get left behind. One simple but nutritious breakfast later, and I'm actually feeling pretty energetic. I can hear the front door opening. May as well take a peek and see who it is. We're back! Oh, welcome back. Looks like they had a good run. Dominic's in really good shape, and he must have run a lot to get so firm and fit looking. Not that Sally isn't looking great, too. I don't think Rakesh managed to keep up, though. He looks like he barely ran at all. Was it a fun jog?
Definitely. You should really come with us next time. It's quite invigorating.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I bet you'd like it a lot. Rakesh nods along with the other two, but it doesn't really seem like he's listening, which probably means he isn't. Well, let me know when you go again, and we'll see. Thanks, though. For the offer, I mean.
Of course, Rumi. It's definitely an outstanding offer. If you ever change your mind, I'll let you know when we run.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to get used to that whole voice again. I'm gonna save it. Doom, 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 and doom. I always say 4 for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm gonna end that one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!